What's going on, guys? I'm Dan. This is Scented Waters, and today we have another review for you. This time from the house of Azzaro. It's called Wanted by Night. But before we go any further, how about you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit that bell. So Azzaro made a flanker to their very popular fragrance, Wanted, and came out with Wanted by Night. So Azzaro Wanted by Night has been getting a lot of buzz in the fragrance community as being one of the better fragrances of 2018. Is it? Not sure just yet, but first, before we get into the actual fragrance itself, bottle just a little bit darker than the previous bottle with more of a gunmetal look of the chamber top. Still have your signature chamber area. Looks very nice, very cool. If you don't get the fragrance for the smell itself, at least get it for the actual look, the aesthetics. The bottom base of the bottle just a little bit darker than the previous, which obviously it's an EDP concentration, which with most EDPs is usually suggests a little bit darker. Not always the case, but in this case, that's pretty much the look. Got a lighter juice with the eau de toilette, EDP a little bit darker. The presentation on these bottles are actually pretty dope, I feel. The distribution on these fragrances, not bad, can't complain. Before I get into the actual smell of the fragrance, let me run the notes. So for the top notes, you have cinnamon, mandarin orange, lavender, and lemon. And for the mid, you have red cedar, incense, cumin, and fruity notes. And for the base, you have cedar, tobacco, cypress, benzoin, isoe super, leather, patchouli, and vanilla. I'll spray it again just to get a good representation again of the opening. At the beginning, you do get a little bit of the citrus, which I think is, it's a soft citrus, like the mandarin orange and the lemon. Slight vanilla. It's giving me goosebumps, actually. Believe it or not. I don't know if you can see all that, but it don't really matter. It smells very good. You also get some of that cinnamon. It smells very similar to the original Wanted, but just a little bit darker with that cinnamon note. It does give you more of the nighttime feel, where, you know what, the original Wanted actually gave me the vibe of more of a nighttime feel, cooler nights, because it just felt a little kind of thick and sweet. This one does the same thing, but it's just a little bit more mature with that cinnamon and leather. I just personally feel it's more of a nighttime vibe type of fragrance, which kind of states it in the name, Azzaro Wanted by Night. Duh. With Wanted by Night, to me, it has less of that bubblegummy vibe. It's still there, don't get me wrong, but it's just a hair toned down compared to the original. I am getting some of those wood notes, which is coming from the red cedar and the cedar, I guess. It's kind of giving me a slight 1 Million vibe, but you know what, it's still a great fragrance. I like it a lot. Once again, I think it's more suited for nighttime. I think it would be great for date nights as well. I personally have not had a lot of wearings from this. As you can see, I haven't worn too much of it. Not too much. Wanted by Night, I felt lasted longer than the original Wanted by probably an hour or two. What this kind of really gives me a vibe of is that 1 Million aspect with a more of a cinnamon and tobacco twist. It's less juvenile than the 1 Million, which, don't get me wrong, 1 Million is a great fragrance. I have a clone of it called Halloween Man, but I love that fragrance a lot. But this one just seems a tad bit more mature with that tobacco and cinnamon note to it. It's a real great. The more this dries down, the more mature it gets. Not in like, man, this is a dated fragrance. The age range that I feel that this one would work for would be, I think maybe even 28 and up, maybe even 25 and up, where the original Wanted would be for 25 and under. The original Wanted, I feel, would be more for a senior and high school and up to 25 age range. The projection on this, I felt, lasted for me about 2 to 2.5 hours. Longevity, when I wore it, the few times that I did wear it, lasted for about 7 to 8 hours. So I feel that this is actually a great fragrance when it comes to longevity and projection. To give Azzaro Wanted a scale rating 1 out of 10 on smell, longevity, and all that, I think I'd give it an actually good 8. Not I think, I am giving this an 8. This is actually a real good fragrance, a good cinnamon twist with a little bit slight leather. The more it dries down, the more mature and less juvenile it smells. I feel that this is a great pickup. Now, when it comes to having this and Azzaro Wanted, the original, is it like a redundant pickup? Not really, because that one I feel is more towards spring and fall, where this one's more late fall and winter type of fragrance. So where that one would shine in those other 2 seasons, these would shine in more of the colder times. I don't suggest you to go and blind buy this one, but I also feel that this is a great pickup. Get your nose on it first. Let me know what you think. So there you go, guys. That's my take on Azzaro Wanted by Night. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Do you have this fragrance? Do you have the original? Which, if you have both, which one do you like more? Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit that bell. Azzaro Wanted by Night. Great bottle, great fragrance, but at the end of the day, still scented water.